I totally believe that music is definitely a universal language. As I was saying, rhythm is the first thing that we hear as our mother's heartbeat. I know I've looked at I've heard, there's a documentary that I watched. I'm trying to remember the name of it. What they were basically doing is they were trying to use, it was like they went to a remote tribe in Africa that wasn't exposed to any TVs or radio, and they played classical music, and they basically were playing music, and they would have all these faces laid out, like happy, sad, angry, scared, and having that reflected in the facial features. And they would play the music, and they would have them point to what they think that music was reflecting. And it was really interesting to see that, you know, the music that we hear, minor tonalities, are more represented with like sad or more emotional, where real loud sounds that are, come to a fast climax, very tension, is scared. There's a lot of inflections. You can hear it even in language, because you might not know another language, but you can see, or you could hear their tonalities to see if they're excited, if they're bored, or you can get a grasp a little bit of what they're communicating just by their tone. So yes, I think that music is a universal language. What neuroscience tells us is that there's no music center in the brain, and what that means is that all parts of our brain are working in order to process music, and that is huge, because what that allows us to do is reach different regions of the brain. If somebody that's had a stroke or Parkinson's patients are having trouble relearning how to walk, we can use rhythm to help them entrain, to encourage them to anticipate movement. We know that people who stutter, if you sing, it is using different parts of your brain to help regain speech than just speaking. So it's really exciting that there is no musical center in the brain, because I think it activates all parts. Your memory, it's like you play one of your songs that you grew up with and you go right back to that moment, or there's just that rhythm that your foot just taps and you don't really know why, is different, is in your cerebellum. There's the audio, there's actual visuals when you close your eyes and listen to music, there's the occipital lobes are all lighting up. So it's just really interesting to see how there's different parts that are all being activated through music.